Hello everyone. I'm Deborah Kozlovic and I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor from Australia. Welcome to Creating Your Memories. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe today. Today I want to share with you a technique that you can use up your scraps. We all have scraps. We have 1 inch, ½ inch long strips. We have 6 inches by ½ inch. We have 4 inches by 2 inches. All these scraps, you might have smaller scraps than that, 2 by 1. And I'm going to show you today a technique that you can use instead of displacing those scraps, putting them aside, say I'll get to them, but you never get to them, or you bin them because you think they're useless and you can't use them. Today I'm going to show you a simple technique that you can use up those tiny little scraps. The design that I've already done that I will show you today, I've used the Heart to Help paper pack. Creative Memories bought this paper pack out to help Ukraine. So all profit for this paper pack will be donated to help displaced families who have fled Ukraine and providing them with necessary supplies. So it is a 12 by 12 sheets paper pack, very beautifully designed with the yellows and whites and blues. You have flowers, you've got dots. It's very lovely. If you haven't yet got one of these paper packs, I do guarantee that you should buy one today. And as I said, all profits do go to Ukraine. So my design that I've used up the scraps that I had from this paper pack previously are these little ones here. So I'm going to show you how I did this layout. I've used a blue cardstock, white cardstock in the middle, sorry, and I've also placed 2 photos on that and just a title. I've used no stickers, no embellishments or anything like that because I feel that what is on this layout is enough. You don't need to add that little bit extra. Today, for this design that I'm going to show you, I have some scraps with my Our Moments. I've got all these tiny little scraps in here, so I will be using them today. And with that, I'm going to use the Eggplant cardstock. I've got a piece of white cardstock here, measures 8 inches by 8 inches. And I'm also going to use just the one photo today. And this photo measures 5 by 6 inches. And I've also just got a laser title, which I'll use on this layout as well. So with all my little tiny scraps I've got in here, I've got some long strips that are ½ inch, 12 inches long. I've got some offcuts that I've used from the border punch. Some more border punch ones here, which I'm going to blend in and I'm going to use them up today. It's a bit stuck there. Also I have some shorter ones. Just getting all these out. As you can see, they're various sizes that can be used on a layout like this. And with the number, it depends on the number of little scraps that you need for this layout, and it also depends on how wide your strips are. So your strips could be, you know, like 2 inches wide but only 3 inches long. So depending on the sizing of your strips and how the width is will depend on how many little pieces that you would need. So to start off with, just put my cardstock aside because we don't need that yet. So I've got my 8 inch by 8 inch white cardstock. So I'm just going to line that on the 13 by 13 inch mat. And I'm going to put some adhesive on my photo. So I'm going to place my photo down first. I'm not going to mat my photo. I'm just going to put it straight onto the 8 by 8. You can mat your photo if you like. I did mat my photo on the last one. So I'm just going to make sure I line this up properly. So I want the photo probably over, maybe down a bit. So I think it's like 3/4 from the top down. So that placed in the middle. And then with my title, I thought I'd just place my title just on the side there. So I'm just going to use some repositional tape for that. So place my title down here. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to get my strips and I'm just going to fold them over. Just like that. And then just getting my tape runner. You can use repositional. It's up to you what adhesive that you would like to use. And for this one, I might put at the end here. If I get this card up, you can line it up on the board so you're getting it straight. I think it's just about there. And it also depends on how far you want to put it in to how far you want it coming out. So I'm going to use this one. Just going to move that one down a bit. So in between that, I'm going to cut this one probably to be about 3.5. As you're going along, you just work out how big you want these, how long you want them, how short you want them, and intercepting colours in between. So you can go in further, you can go out. It's purely up to you how you would like to design and use your little strips. And I've decided to use this paper pack today, Our Moments, is because of the similar colours that the girls are wearing in this layout. I thought that they would blend nicely. So just finding your strips, measuring your strips to how long, how wide you want them. So you might have a 2-inch piece of designer paper and then you might want to cut that in half, and you can also do that. I use the brown, it's nice. Might take that one out a bit. Also, if you have your page line up on your 13 by 13 inch mat, you can work out how far you can have it out to the edge when you place it on your 12 by 12 cardstock. Or you can always use a designer paper. So I'm just randomly cutting these to any length. I'm not being specific of how wide and how long I want them. So they are pretty random. Might take that one down a bit. Might use this one. Cover up that gap at the top. You might have a favorite paper pack that you've used up and you've just got only scraps left over, and you might want to salvage some of those favorite pieces that you've got to do something like this also. So this is one that I've just used from a bordered cartridge that I had left over that I made a layout from. Not sure why I kept it now, but I just chucked it in the bag with the rest of the designer paper. Oops, fiddly fingers. Just going to place that one there. You can also overlap on your photo a bit if you like. That's always personal preference, if that's something that you would like to do. Some tiny bits here. A little bit big there. Oops. Let's put this one here. So as you can see, as I'm going around, I'm just doing it pretty randomly. It's not specific. Just trying to find a color that I haven't used. I might use the blue in there. So I'm just going to cut that and use the blue. So as you can see, the colors that I'm using here today and just going around this are blending nicely with the photo. And then once I put it on the eggplant cardstock, it's going to look a little bit different again. Always remember to fold your piece of paper before putting some adhesive on it, otherwise it's going to get stuck. Because you're getting to this little ribbon and then you forget to fold it before you adhesive. So I'm just going to use this wide one here. This one here is about 1.5 inches. So I might place that one here. No, changed my mind. Might place him up the top. So I'm just going to take it in to the edge of my photo there. So we've got another border maker one. Might put that one there. I was thinking about cutting that, but I think I might just leave it now. Just take it down a little bit more. Just spinning it around, making sure that I have it straight. Okay. Use that one. Might use some brown. Break up that color a little bit. We always tend to have favorite colors in the different designer paper packs or collections, and we seem to favor them more than others. So if anybody's scrapping along with me today or going to try out this simple technique of a layout, I would love to see your finished design also. You can also find my finished designs on my Facebook and Instagram page, which will also be tagged in the description bar below, so you can access to that as well. And you'll probably find that there, when you scroll through my Facebook, my Instagram, there'll be different other designs that I have done over in the past, even before when I started to do and actually subscribe to YouTube and start doing videos. So we're nearly done. bring in some black. I use the polka dots to be a little bit different. So as you can see, we're slowly getting around to the end and meeting up. It's a little bit time consuming, but as I said before, the end result is a beautiful, simple design that you can do with any photos that you like on the other one I seen that I just done a nature's one of the clouds. Like in that design, I just loved the clouds, the way the clouds were building in the background while we were visiting the beach. Okay, got this other punch out one. Straighten that up. Might use that. Might use that on this end maybe. I think that might be a bit big. I might move that up a little bit to about there. So then I want a small piece in between there. So just trying to find one of the colours that I might not have used. Let me see. Might use that black there, just to break that up. So just slowly filling in those gaps. So now we'll find a piece to put there. So we've got that one. I'll go with the brown. I haven't got a lot of the brown in there, so I might do that flowery bit on that side. This idea would probably be great also to make a card. You know, you can always have some little design or embellishment and have that as your main feature around on your card, because as you cut down pieces, you're going to have more tiny little pieces that you can actually use. I'm just using up the bits that I have, so I don't have to cut any more. So I've got a few here that I can use. This one. Gap is getting smaller. Forgot that one there. Use this black one. And then I'll take that down a bit. Then we just need a tiny, just move this one over, tiny little one in between. This one here. It's got that mauve, and that mauve blends in with the jumper there with the tie-dye. I have to go over a little bit more, I think. There we go. Stick that in there. Might take it down. bit fiddly at the end there. Down a bit. So this one's going to go over the photo a bit. Okay, let's put all that aside. So as you can see, it's all completed around there with all our little scraps on either end. So now I'm going to bring back in the eggplant cardstock, and once I place it on the cardstock, you will see that the colours are going to come out a little bit more, and it also brings out the colours in the photo. So the only thing I need to do now is just adhere this to the cardstock, just placing it in the middle. So just when you're placing it in the middle, just work with your white cardstock. Because it's 8 by 8, I can just eyeball it along with my 2 inches on either side, so it's straight. And there we have it. A simple, easy layout that you can use by just using up your little tiny scraps. It doesn't matter how big or small or long or wide they are. You can use them up to make a beautiful layout just like this. I hope you liked today's Use Your Scraps. I will be doing some other number of different ones that we can use our scraps. So I hope you liked this one today. If so, please like it. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Happy scrapping.